No big deal, no big deal. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. Good morning, everybody. I am making chicken strips for my little kid again today because he really loved them and they're really easy to make and they're good protein, homemade baked chicken tenders. Let's get this day started. Chicken tenders. Colleen is playing his favorite game, basketball. You playing basketball? Grandma plays basketball? A basketball. Wow. Good shot. Slow motion. You want me to play basketball? Oh, you blocked my shot, bro! Oh, thank you. Now can I do it? Nope. He's wait, what about me? Is this one mine? Flynn, she shoots. She scores! Basketball! Baby! Basketball. Tonight for dinner, I'm making vegan tacos. A long time ago, beginning of quarantine, to 6,000 years ago, I was doing different dinners every night and teaching you guys different recipes every night. I don't do that as much anymore. I still cook every night, but I don't really teach you the recipes as much as I used to. And one thing that a lot of people were requesting is that I do a vegetarian or a vegan option. I was like, I'll totally do that, and then I never did it because I suck. So I'm doing it tonight. This is one of my favorite versions of a vegan taco. Now, warning if you want to make these, it doesn't really taste like a taco. I mean, it kind of does, but I'm not trying to substitute the meat in a taco with something that's like meat. There is fake meat that you can use, but what I'm doing is a sweet potato taco. The only thing that makes it a taco really is that all the other ingredients in it are taco-like and you use a tortilla, but where you would normally put meat, I put sweet potatoes. It's really easy. I've peeled 2 sweet potatoes, cut them up into little cubes, put it on a baking sheet with tin foil, put it in the oven at like 400-ish degrees, whatever suits your fancy, for like 20-ish, 30-ish minutes. You just kind of check on it till it's the brownness you want. I like my veggies usually more burnt than the average human, because I like them crunchy, so you might not like that. So you just cook them until they look to the doneness that you would enjoy. But I put a little bit of olive oil, salt and pepper, and some like cayenne pepper. You can kind of put whatever spices you want, but the sweet and the spice is really yummy. I've also put honey on it before to give it more sweetness. So that's what I'm making tonight. My sister's coming over who is vegan, so she will be able to enjoy dinner with us tonight. Also, this is not fully vegan because I'm going to be eating actual cheese, but you can substitute with vegan cheese, which is what my sister's doing tonight. Vegan cheese. Flynn approves. I will also be sauteing onions, zucchini, and bell peppers, so it's kind of like a fajita, but I really like those in my taco, and it's adding extra veggies. We're gonna have some beans, a tri-bean blend, organic, kidney, pinto, and black bean. And I love olives on my taco, so it's basically just like a lot of veggies in a tortilla. So if you call that a taco, cool. If you call that a fajita, cool. You can call whatever you want. The thing that makes this delicioso is cotija cheese. It's a sweet cheese. It's so yummy. It's crumbly like feta, but it's really sweet. It's definitely an acquired taste, but I love it with the sweet potato. Get out of here. So it's just like a lot of vegetables in a tortilla, and it is delicious, delicious. Let's get cooking. One, 2, 3. Whoa! Basketball! Basketball! You shoot it. You go. Oh, good shot. Look, you did it! He presented it. Dribble, 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 dribble. Yeah, shoot it. Go. Good job. Yeah! Yeah, basketball! He loves soccer ball. Slow-mo.
Yeah? Do you want to play with this one? Okay.
Soccer ball. Whoa.
Yeah, get that one out of there.
Whoa! Slam dunk! Yay! Beaka ball. Yeah! So it looks very burnt because it is very burnt. That's the sound of mom crunching a taco. That's because that's how we like it. It's full of yummy goodness. Veganness except for the cotija cheese. But sister is eating veganish. Okay, it's blurry, but she's over there. So Rachel and I just did a TikTok together. You should go watch it. She's posting hers right now. Chicken wing, chicken wing, chicken wing. But I got something that I'm very excited about. It's a game, but it's an unsolved mystery. I ordered this on Amazon, and you get sent a cold case file. This is a game.
This woman was murdered.
And you have to try to, yeah, this woman.
Really?
This is, yes, this is real. It's a game. So
This is someone who actually died and we're playing a game with their lives?
Oh, not real. This is a stock photo.
But this is somebody.
This is a human. She's not actually dead, I hope. So her name is Harmony Ashcroft, homicide. So this is her case files, and figure out who killed her.
She was murdered in 1998, first clue. On May 8th, 1998, in the small town of Riverdale was shot.
Riverdale?
The brutal murder of one of its most beloved citizens on the night before her wedding.
Oh no.
The victim, Harmony Ashcroft, was murdered
By her husband, by her fiance, obviously.
in the parking lot behind a restaurant during her own wedding rehearsal dinner.
Someone in the family did it. I'm saying it's the mother-in-law or the fiance.
Her coworker.
Well, these are all suspects we need to investigate.
Bones McBride, a local vagrant, was framed.
Bones
for the
McBride, they couldn't have come up with another.
Framed for the murder and has spent over 2 decades behind bars despite being 100% innocent.
Wait, whoa.
Your job is to prove his innocence
Wait,
and
stop.
convict
How
the
has
real
he
killer.
been behind bars for over 2 years when she died in 1998?
2 decades.
Oh, I guess that's 2
I
decades.
said decades. The task is to prove his innocence and convict the real killer, but who is it?
So this, detective, is our stock photo. I think I went to APU with her. Bones was been in prison for 2 decades. We have to prove him innocent. Okay, so here we have the murder scene. The scene where the murder happened. Okay, folks, let's lay these out. This
does not look like Harmony.
Okay, relax. Oh my God, I bet it's Mrs. McCoy. Oh,
But
of
not the black man.
course. This is ridiculous. Why, of course? That is absurd that even a game is like, yeah, this is how our system is so corrupt that, of course, the wrong person's gonna be put to prison for it, and of course it's gonna be a black person.
We'll get you out, Bones.
Even a game knows how racist our government
When I'm
is.
saying that this guy, for sure.
I think it was the
Part. Oh my God, there's so much to read.
death of
Oh no, the invitation to her wedding. The force and angles impact indicate the murderer would need to be a left-handed or ambidextrous man or woman of considerable strength and height.
Is it a woman?
It could be a man or woman. So Rachel's a genius and already figured out who did it, basically. But you have to do it in order. First thing we had to do is find the 2 things that proved Bones was innocent, and we found those. It was physically impossible for him to be there. I don't want to spoil it in case any of you guys want to play, but that is what we figured out, and so now we get to open this up. We have, coupons. McBride cleared of all charges in 1998 Riverdale murder. Case number 2, crack the false alibi. Of the 5 suspects in the case has lied about his alibi. We already know this, Rachel figured this out. Your job is to find the proof. When you can prove a suspect's major lie about his alibi, visit, okay, so you already figured this out. Oh, we solved the case about Rachel. Rachel solved.
And no, you know what solved the case? Sports. Knowing sports is what solved the case.
Really?
Knowing that you don't throw
yeah.
a glove hand.
Yeah, I
She
did.
didn't know.
I know.
You'd have to know sports to know.
That was fun. If you're looking for a weird, different version of a game and you like true crime type of stuff, it was fun. It was harder than I thought it was gonna be. Well, once you get past the first, because you have to do 3, like you have to solve 3 different things, and the first one's overwhelming because there's so much information. In reading everything, Rachel solved like a different part of the crime before we solved the first thing we were supposed to solve. But it was really fun. I'm having a lot of fun watching old videos right now. Okay, so I wanted to do a TikTok because I keep seeing, for some reason, like random High School Musical songs are popping up on my feed on TikTok. So I was like, you know what, I was in High School Musical, I'll make a TikTok about it. I posted a TikTok tonight about, of me in High School Musical at Disneyland. For those of you who don't know, I worked at Disneyland. I went on Jimmy Fallon, I talked about how I was fired from Disney for doing Miranda, which is true, but it's also kind of not true. This is why I'd be fired from any other job, so thank God you guys watch me, kind of, because I'm disgusting. So I worked at Disneyland in the High School Musical parade and at a place called Playhouse Disney. I loved that job so much. I have only wonderful things to say about working there, but I was kind of fired. But the thing is, if you work for Disney, you might know this. I haven't worked there in a very long time. This is over a decade ago, so maybe it's different now. When you work as a performer at the park, at least as a singer, it's kind of like you're consistently auditioning to keep your job. There are people who watch you who are dressed like normal pedestrians, like normal vacation goers, who are kind of watching you and judging your performance to see if you're gonna keep your job or not. And those people can recommend you for other jobs in the park. Every couple months they call you and let you know, oh, you're working 3 days a week, or now you get to work 5 days a week, which is good because you can get benefits. I'm giving you all the tea. When I booked this job, I was a sub, a swing sub. So I knew both the girl parts in High School Musical. I was a sub. So whenever someone called in sick, I was the person they'd call. So they'd call me in the morning or the night before and be like, can you come to work? And I would just go to work that day and work. So I ended up working usually anywhere 3 to 5 days a week, sometimes more, because of people calling out sick or whatever. I worked a lot and I loved it. But then eventually I was given days, which was good because that's consistent work. Because in some weeks I worked a bunch and some weeks I didn't work at all. I finally got consistent days. I worked Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or whatever it was. So what happened was Disney didn't technically fire me. They didn't call me and go like, you suck, you're fired. They called me and said, I was actually in Florida with the Grandes. I think I was at Universal when they called me. Disney called me and they were like, we're actually gonna demote you down. I think I had 2 or 3 days at that time. And they said, we're actually gonna move you back down to a sub status. They took away my days, but they didn't fire me. But they did say, you know, we had some people listening to you at the park and you've gotten pitchy. And I was doing Miranda at the park a lot because at that point, my Miranda videos had just started to go like a little bit viral. The cast knew about Miranda and they would dare me to sing as Miranda on stage. And then people would come to the park and see me and be like, oh, that's that Miranda girl. And they'd yell Miranda. And then I would do the Miranda face and I'd sing like Miranda. I'm so cute. They didn't call me and go like, you're fired. They called me and they said, we're demoting you. We're taking away your days. You're now a sub again. When I was hired, I was a sub, which meant if someone called in sick, then I would work. Anyway, I kept goofing around on stage and doing Miranda. And so when they called to demote me to a sub, they also said, you should get voice lessons. Which was funny because at the time, the Miranda video that had just gone viral was Miranda doing a voice lesson. That was my first viral video. So anyway, Miranda had really started picking up at that point anyway, so it was fine. I worked a few more times. They stopped calling me into work and I never was actually like fired. Like I technically could still be an employee at Disneyland. I don't know. I was never fired. I was never like, nothing bad happened. It was just like slowly I stopped being called into work. I was looking for a video for TikTok. I posted it and then I found all these old videos of me working at Disneyland and they're so cringe. I would have fired me. They're so cringy. Just like the way that they have you talk when you work there. You're, first of all, when you work at Disney, like you're supposed to really like not talk about it at all. I feel like I could get in trouble for talking about all this. I love Disney and I love Disneyland. I liked working there. I know everyone has had a very different experience, but like my personal experience, it was really fun. I love my job. I love that on my lunch break, I could go into the park and get a churro. I love that when I clocked out, I could go ride a roller coaster. Like I thought it was the coolest job in the world and it was so fun. I got to perform. I think the pay was like 20 bucks an hour or something insane. I'd never been paid that much for anything in my life. So I loved it, but I was not good. So I'm just watching this and I can't obviously show you any of the singing because of the copyright reasons. I'm gonna try to react to right now, like just the way I speak is so obnoxious. Like I'm like, hi. Like it's like this nasally, horrendous sound and I just have to show it to you. Oh, and the reason I like this video, I've never seen this one, I don't think, is I usually played the Sharpay character, which is the character I uploaded on TikTok tonight. But in this video, I'm doing the Gabriella character, which is the way cuter costume. I liked this part more. It was just a cuter, more fun part. The other part was just like really weird. But I'm like, hi, I'm Colleen. Like it's so obnoxious. Hey everyone, I'm Colleen. I can't believe cats are coming out there to find dance partners. Like, why did I talk like that? Just like this Disney voice. Like, I'd never worked at Disney before, obviously, and all the other people in High School Musical had been working at the park for years and years and years. They'd all been doing it forever. I was one of the very few new cast members. I was just trying to imitate whatever they would do, and they all talked like that. It was like this nasally. I did it in Playhouse Disney too. This is so funny to me. How is that me? How is that my voice? How is that coming from my vocal cords? Remember to keep that wildcat spirit alive. I am dying because I haven't seen this footage of me playing that role. Like, I've seen the footage of me playing the other part many times because I have this like solo when I wear the other costume and play the other role. Oh, I am just laughing. This is too fun. So I might have to do a video like fully reacting to like my past performances or something, because like this is really funny to me. Maybe it's not entertaining to other people though, so I don't know. But anyway, I love you guys. I hope you're having a wonderful day, whatever you're doing. I will see you tomorrow. All right, goodbye. I thought I was done vlogging for the night, but after I stopped filming, I found footage of me doing Miranda at Disneyland. So y'all need to sit through it with me. So first, y'all get to sit through some more really obnoxious nasal talking, my like Disney voice. So this was a show called Playhouse Disney. It was really fun. I like this one because it was in air conditioning and High School Musical was not. And I also just love the puppeteers that I got to work with every day. They were amazing, really nice people. I love them all very much. Get ready for some horrible acting and really weird nasal talking.
We need to say the magic words.
We sure do, Mickey. Miska, Muska, Mickey Mouse.
Go, Pat, go.
Miranda.
We all did it.
So the puppeteers would dare me to do something or say something in every show. A lot of times they would dare me to do Miranda. And so I know from that angle, I could look down at the puppeteers and they could see me. And so since I could see them and I knew they could see me, that's why I did it in that moment. I remember this. There's me doing Miranda. I didn't sing as Miranda in this moment. I used to sing as Miranda in the High School Musical show, but still, I did Miranda. Rebel. Anyway, love that I found that. And I'm gonna go to bed after I edit. Okay, goodbye.